That's what uh, that's what I get for. I'm really glad that you said that, Mad Dog, because yeah, the last thing I did on OBS was record my shorts, and when I record shorts, I have to mute this microphone so that I don't get the audio from my clip-on microphone at the same time. I've had to throw out recordings for that, you know? So, I was like, okay. How y'all doing today? Luxarian Games, Mad Dog, remove. Everything working? I don't think so. In case you haven't followed the saga, last stream we were doing Endwalker, post-Endwalker stuff, and my computer crashed, or my graphics card crashed, rather, which I had to force to restart. I don't know if it's going to happen again. It's happened twice this month, which is annoying. Been watching you on YouTube for a while now. This is my first time catching a stream. Ooh. What's your persuasion? You a shorts enjoyer? Part of having a long legacy on YouTube is that I can't. Sometimes it's like I don't know what people come from exactly, but no more gay ponies. They've been put down. Yo, the gay ponies in Final Fantasy XIV was like the greatest thing of all time. Can I just put that out there? People just show up randomly. They're like, yo, you know what? You seem like a cool soul. Here, have 3 subs. I'll take it. Very nice people. Just gonna be watching because I need some chill time. How you doing, Lozu? I do know that the trial's coming up. Now, I know Wednesday streams, you know, aren't the most poppin'. You know, people are busy. You know, the Europeans are asleep or something. I don't know. It's a different time schedule, so we have different people coming in and out, but, you know, if we get 8 people, we could do... Hold on, I'm a little underexposed. There we go. We could do minimum item level. Think about it. Shorts are funny, thank you. Big fan of the shorts, too. Shorts are fun. I like shorts more than... Maybe not more than, but the thing I like about shorts is you can kind of just throw new things in there, like new edits, new whatever, and just throw caution to the wind. But back to the crashing thing. In case... So I'm just streaming as much as I can, because... If it's like an unfixable problem with my GPU, then you know what? I'll just like buy a new computer or probably a new GPU. But that's why I need to stream to find out, because it only crashes when I stream, which is annoying. But either way, we are doing Hildibrand today. So the problem is I need to find exactly where I left off, because the last time we did Hildibrand, in case anyone remembers, was like at least 4 or 5 months ago. So like straight up a different expansion. We weren't even in. I don't even think we were in Shadowbringers back then. Let me pull up the quest list. Location Northern Thanalan. I think this is the one I'm on. Hey, yo, we finding out Hildy. Yeah, finally. After all the people asked me, like, you gotta do Hildibrand. There's like, you can get Endwalker relic weapons if you do Hildibrand. There's trials behind Hildibrand. And I'm like, you know. Chill and awesome stream versus evil, intimidating crashes. Have you ever thought about doing them all at the same time? What happens if the chill stream is the one where we crash? I'm okay with that. Alright, so I think the one I left off was this one. So I'm going to go over here and see if Hildibrand is standing in the open in Northern Thanalan. I know I didn't get to the trial, so we have a hard out if it's not that one. 23. 23. Okay, right there. Go to the Hildibrand specific tab. You can check your journal. Hildibrand specific. Is it here? Is it there? There you are. So these are all completed, right? What does this do? There are no party members. Wow, this is really early. I told you. That's why I got the ARR fit on. We're here like we're starting. Hold on one second. I think one of my chat things is messed up. Sorry about that. I think we're good. Only like 8 hours of content before you can do relic quests. That's 8 hours of content if you're skipping. We're reading every single line of dialogue, so you know, expect some real long hours here. Unfortunately, I don't think he's here. Let me do this one. Oh, wait, so the one we're doing is actually the first one we're doing is the one with the trial. So I actually might need your help sooner rather than later. Wait, I still got the Raditsan music going on. Let me fix that. We're a little out of sorts, okay? Close this tab. Whoa, Luxurian Games with the sub. Thank you very much. We get Hildibrand before coils. Yeah, we'll get. I promise we'll do coils soon. Don't worry. Coils will be part of the elaborate plan that I have to keep my sprout symbol. Right before we start the Dawn Trail line, like as we approach the Dawn Trail line, I'm gonna go, guys. We're gonna do normal synced coils progression, guys. 5 years of coils progression to get me through. You know, and then when Evercold comes out, I'll be like, man, it's a great time to start Dawn Trail, guys. Great time to start Dawn Trail. 13. Where is he? 13, 14. There he is. All right, we're good. Close the tab. Get out there. Wait, hold on. Do I still have those? Yo, shout out my homegirl Minfilia for the Vesper Bay Aetherite tickets I still got going on. Formed a cult yet? Do you not read the stream title? I can't form the cult. I can't form a cult. I'm not even doing Endwalker. At least I don't think. I don't know. When can you start a cult? Isn't that a Dawn Trail thing? After the Stormblood one, it's in Thavnir. Ooh, I like Thavnir. All right, let's see what we got. Where'd you last left off? We're here. We're literally in ARR. We are 800 years back. But I do know that we got to fight against a certain somebody. Inspector Hildibrand will have you accompany him to Kurthus. Allow me to summarize our current plan of action. Our destination is the Observatorium, and our mission is to pose as goodly small folk in accordance with Inspector Bardian's instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvision, we are to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No. Then let us sally forth at once. Is Greg the chicken? It's been so long. It's literally been like 2 expansions since I did this. How come he doesn't get a nameplate? Oh, Greg is Gilgamesh. Ah. I see. It's been a while. Alright, let's go to Kurthus. Check the GPU stats. We're doing good. Everything looks normal. So if a crash happens, a crash happens. And it's time to spend all my money on a GPU. Thank you, NVIDIA. I don't know the Hilda lore, but Hildy lovers love calling Gilgamesh Greg. Probably like an out of, you know, I don't know if they actually do that in the quest, you know. Bit of a fan thing that they do. He's Greg, see? I'm glad. See, Arcoten, I knew. I'm just farming people like you, Arcoten. You've been asking for it. Lynx has been asking for Hildibrand. And then look, who's both here? Discord mod. He doesn't look like a Discord mod to me. Dolores Hildibrand doesn't know how to say Gilgamesh. Ooh. If only there's a way for me to restart and do the whole quest over so I could remember all these fascinating tidbits. Hail to thee, fellow servant of justice. I take it you were the one of the many tasked with transporting a counterfeit treaty blade. Clearly you've mistaken me for someone else, sir. At ease, Sergeant. They're with us. More small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else. But the bugger mace. Don't you bloody move until I get back. Whenever I see the word bloody, I immediately start my British UK accent. It's just such a English word. I say, is this land always so inhospitable? The biting winds, the endless snows. Perhaps keeping active will keep me stay warm. Oh, and should I chance to find thieving duelist, I will of course summon you after administering the requisite beating. Oh, ho, ho. Good, you're still... Wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? Taz, more like Bads. How you doing, Firewire? I know that you're here to collect, but I've been busy trying to make sure my computer doesn't explode when I stream. So, that's what we're doing today. Oh, there he is. Ah, you speak of Greg. He ventured outside the gates mere moments before your arrival, full eager to catch the thief, as we are. Come, Nashu, we too must answer the call of duty. You look like you actually might be useful. Why don't you have a word with my man near the east gates? We're undermanned over there. Sure. Collect? Oh, no, nothing, Firewire. Don't worry. I'm hoping you forgot, honestly, but don't worry. I like walking around AR areas. Look at this. Look at this little cute little noob. Doesn't have a cool shiny LED weapon yet. Still taking his first steps in Karthus. You see that just now? No? I don't think me eyes were playing tricks on me, but there's only one way to be sure. You wait here. Inspector, over there, look! What is it, Nashu? Pray tell me what you see. Aha, I see you, demon bird. You will not escape me this time. Why, hello there, my friends. Is aught amiss? Oh, it's just Greg. For a moment, I thought you might have spotted our thief. Come, Nasha, we've lingered here over long. We must egress post-haste. I had a long day, and I just finished a pizza, so I'm gonna fall asleep. That's... You know what? Have a good sleep. That's a good life that you're living. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I can't sleep right after I eat, like, a lot of food, especially greasy food. I don't know. I feel like lying down after eating greasy food just makes my tummy hurt, you know? Keep it running for the analytics. Yeah, of course. But what about his power bill? You know, that's not fair to him. There's not out of the ordinary here. No luck, We might have scoured every ilm of this area, but to no avail. I can only conclude that having learned that his opponent was the legendary Inspector Hildibrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding. Or perhaps he was waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, you should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you'd best arm yourself with more than your wits. I appreciate your concern, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary. I'll fight for you, Inspector. I even found a weapon to use. By the 12, is that the self-same spear which propelled me to the Red Moon? Where'd you find it? It was buried in the snow. Oh, one cannot ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavor to avoid fisticuffs, I shall be duly armed should the worst come to worst. Now then, we will begin our search for the duelist to the east of the observatorium. Repelling to the red moon was 1.0. Thank you for the context, Arcton. The Highland Gaboo. Red Moon also costs 2. Okay, I know that one. Okay, Arco10, I know I'm not the most polished with the lore, but I understand how these things happened. I've watched the cutscenes. Wherefore art thou my nefarious nemesis? 'Twas not the self-same creature, but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you? I like how everyone's like super like colorful, right? We got pink, we got black, we got red, we got green. So you know they really thought through the cast of characters in this comedy. It really does touch my like cinematographic heart that they like have these weird experimental transitions that like they would never use in MSQ even like 6 years later, you know? Greg, I've been meaning to ask, why do you covet this weapon so? If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways it bore resemblance to a spear, but in other respects it was quite different. It was crowned with a magnificent axe blade, to which was welded a musket barrel. Like a gun spear. 'Twas one of the first weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. Now, how I yearn to reclaim it, the strongest of spears. That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears. I claimed this weapon years ago. Surely you can't be serious. Gosh, now you call me. Oh, I love that. I love that reference. No matter what, give it to me. Give it to me. Classic comedy reference. Any of you actually watched that movie? I love that movie. This spear and I have traveled together to the very heavens. I will not relinquish it again. This spear and I have bested many a man together. I will not relinquish it again. Then we are at an impasse. Okay, if there's anything that I wish they took from this, sound effects, guys. I'm sick and tired of MSQ sound effects being so quiet and dead. I can't believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks, T. We've caught the weapon thief in the act. Miss Ellie, you are grossly misreading our dispute. Greg is a good, honest man, and who I'm certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not, and every weapon I have claimed was by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponent in single combat. Oh, now he's gonna fight us. I believe that constitutes a confession. Seize him! Mods, seize him. A confession to what? I've done not wrong. Bah, you are beyond all reason. Mods, seize that man. My plan to secure Greg's confession was utterly flawless, and his capture will be the coup de grace. I know at least 2 of you were like, he's gonna say Coupe de Grace, isn't he? That fool. But I'm more learned than that. Well, my plan is thus far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impassable. I know who you are, even if that imbecile doesn't, so let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face this duelist in battle. Even so, your strength alone will not likely suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. That's not how it's pronounced? Oh no! Point and laugh at the non-French speaker. Whoa! B rank. Oh boy, what happened to you? Nah, shoot, Miss Ellie. Ah, my good woman is relieved to hear your footfalls. Footfalls? As you have doubtless deduced, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping through the doors. I must leave the rest to you. Every time I see the word associated with the soundtrack in Final Fantasy XIV, my brain just short circuits. Like when someone's like Triumph, I'm like, Triumph? Insatiable? But how? Yes, it was I behind these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting word you might have gotten lost. Long did I wonder what your role was in this play was. Silent guardian, content to watch events unfold with minimal interaction. At the last, I understand. We were fated to duel, you and I. Best mean, you may have the spear. Fail, and your weapons are forfeit. Fair terms, don't you think? I will even extend them to your allies. I grant you leave to summon others. After all, it will avail you no advantage. For Gilgamesh, it's embiggening time. Can I safe spot him on the door? He can't get through, can he? I have a bow for a reason. Oh snap! He has a vaguely trial-shaped arena. That's crazy. If I became a Fate boss, if I like grew in size to like 17 feet tall, I would try to find a place that's vaguely circle and or square shaped to fight people on. You know what I mean? Like that's what I would do. Speak now or forever hold your peace, friends. The Cheerio is ready. Oops, say chat. If you became a Fate boss, you can. Fate boss is fighting in the open. What are you talking about? Fate boss. Can I tell you a story while we wait for anyone else who wants to join? I was doing my weekly hunts to try to get some hunt points. Me and Volker were doing it. There was an A rank that kind of trounced us. Stormblood A ranks got hands. There's this dude in the what is it? In the locks, who can one-shot you if you're not careful. Literally turns you into a little bear and eats you in one gulp, one shot. Level 100, one shot by a level 70. Isn't that crazy? Who knew A ranks had hands? Hey there, how you doing, Danny? You're doing some Hildibrand. We're going into the first trial. This is technically an ARR trial. I finally have some contrast. After doing all these Endwalker trials, I can go back and do a... this is technically ARR, right? Did Hildibrand come out with ARR? Or did this come out during Heaven's Word? Point is, I can go back and do content designed for like years and years ago and see if they've legitimately got better or if I've just been, you know, playing along. I did my first extreme last Sunday. It was very fun. Ooh, which one? We're trying to figure out which if it should be my first extreme. I haven't done an extreme yet, so. It's 2.2. Ah. All right, speak now, forever hold your peace. We're walking in. By the time I hit that door, we're queuing. Does grind out your ARR horses? Oh, the extremes? How hard can extreme designed for people born in like 2000 whatever, 2000 flat, right? When did, yeah, 15-year-olds at the time? Yeah. How hard can that be? Thorn March Extreme, the one with King Moogle was very fun to keep everyone alive. Ooh, are you playing healer? Playing healer on your first extreme must be a trip. If you mind, it would be very hard. Well, we're not gonna mine. I'm smarter than that. We're also not mining today, so. Battle on the big bridge. This one. However, if you're saying for grinding the horses, you just... Well, yeah. Look, I want one clear of the extreme, you know? I want to clear it one time the way it was intended, and then we can, you know, unsync and hang out for like 100 clears while we farm. That's different. ARR extremes give horses. Heavensward give birds. Stormblood gives wolves. Shadowbringers gives I feel like... I don't want to call it a layup, but shouldn't these two be flipped? Shouldn't Heavensward be the dragon's one? Oh, whatever. And Endwalker gives lynxes. Alright, let's go. Wait! Wait, I can do this as Red Mage. Hold on. I've been practicing this in my free time, I promise. Let's get in there. Ugly, disgusting, low-level gear. We're synced down, buddy. We're synced down anyway. What do you want? How you doing, Lazy? You just missed out on the cube, but that's okay. This fight is gonna be short? No. Is this a lore fight? Is this like... Is he gonna like pretend like he's powerful because he's talking himself up and he's gonna get blasted and die immediately? Hold on. Hold on. Okay. No, we're good, we're good. Okay. Background music 200. I can't second that, but we'll go to 35. I'm not sure if it has mechanics. I'm going in. Behold my training montage of... What's it called? Oh my goodness, he's getting roasted.
Your favorite.
I think... Oh, I thought someone got stuck. Oh my goodness, Mad Dog's getting pecked to death. Someone save him. I can't cure him. I don't have that yet. Oh, poor boy.
It's just too much for me.
He's feigning. What expansion is this from? Wait, ARR? Don't answer your own question. Yes, it's from ARR. To drop my...
just remembered something.
What is this? It's a trial dungeon. We're running... When was the last time we had to run in a straight line in a trial? That's crazy. Have you never started this quest line? We started, I did like the first like 3 quests. I got like the emote and then we took a break. And that was back when I was doing like Heavensward and we just never came back. But now we're here. Don't kill it. Oh my goodness, there's so many more chickens. I'm gonna get pecked to death now.
I must say, I quite enjoy these tussles. I feel we've gained an understanding. An understanding. I will pound you, silly! Aha!
I'm gonna avoid the chickens like the plague. I'm going in. Basically, Gilgamesh is a dimension-hopping clown for all Final Fantasies. Oh no! Get away from the chickens. I can outrun one chicken, we're fine. We're good. That was the whole thing? No. Greg, I expected more from you. That was fun, though.
Well then.
I like the soul in that fight. It was a good...
Beating for now.
No way. Oh, I think I saw that in, what's it called? Scooby-Doo once. That's why we should have mined. I wish, you know, if we had more soldiers, we could. Hold on. That's okay. I don't think the mechanics would have translated that well to mine. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe Mad Dog would have died when the chicken pecked him like 3 times, but I don't think it really would have made that big of a difference. There's more mechanics like Crystal Tower for real, for real. I'm sure. Alone, yet still armed. In any case, he seems satisfied with the halberd. We will proceed with the delivery. Another one done. Vesper Bay. Again, shout out to Minfilia, homegirl. Still has me do the hookups with the Vesper Bay Aetherite tickets. How many of you guys still have those? I think they gave you way too many for like ARR back in the day. They didn't exist when you played, when you started. Well, sorry, boomer. I didn't realize I was playing with grade A boomer man. They added like 50 for noobs. It was more than 50. I still have 47, and I think I've used it like at least 50 times. Ah, 'tis more magnificent than I imagined. 'Twill make a fine addition to my collection. I'm wearing the wrong outfit. I'm supposed to be ARR looked, but that's okay. ARR maxed. And with that, business is concluded. Cheers. I genuinely mean that in your case, by the way. All's well that ends well, right, Inspector? Though it's a shame that Greg turned out to be the thief. There you are, Inspector Briarden. Why did you not wait for me at the docks? Uh-oh. Why are y'all staring at me? Never mind that. Where's the treaty blade? Mods! Seize her! The other one. But didn't we just give you the treaty blade? Ain't no way we fell for a plastic mask. Disguise yourself as the client. Let the treaty blade come to you. Take advantage of an existing situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant. The man in red never spoke of the treaty blade, only the halberd. Moreover, we always issue these challenges in person. Dear gods, isn't it obvious? What is it like in your funny little brains? It must be so boring. If the man did not send the challenge, then who did? Ooh. The more I see this, the more sad I get that they just they were never willing to put this much effort into the cutscenes of MSQ. How can you mog yourself in your own game? I believe this is addressed to me, condescending Inspector Briarden. Bardeen. Piss off. 400 years have I slept, 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine. I've come to claim the Lapis Maiden's virtue. A many-faced phantom thief. Interesting. The design and the wording are the same as before. The thief who stole the treaty blade sent this. Look at that. Like, huh? Very well, I and I alone, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, once again, accept your challenge. You want a challenge, huh? Stand and face me, you buffoon! I don't know, it just feels like it's a different direction team. I mean, it probably is, but like, these cutscenes are so lively. How dare you laugh at a time like this, allowing my precious treaty blade to be stolen? And you, Maria, don't smack the child, please. Oh, I suppose it is a little funny, isn't it? The two of them dashing to and fro, and a pair of gentlemen mummers. You know what? It's been far too long since we've seen a show. We should head into the city later, just you and I. Not bad, Hildy. Not bad at all. You're indeed a Manderville man. Mark my face, O phantom of many faces, for it is the face of... Whoa. That person didn't have any sort of skin. Like Plugseed. Oh my goodness. 5 elixirs, 1,400 hit points, and 600 mana. That's crazy. MP, sorry, for the Final Fantasy purists. Oh, they started doing this in Endwalker. Endwalker patches. They took this from Hildibrand. That's crazy. A seed of jealousy quickens within the Inspector's soul. As seeds of jealousy. Can love truly bloom on this battlefield? Will this Manderville man find his Manderville wife? In case of indecency. I don't like that. I'm not breaking TOS for no Manderville man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's with the goggles those men were wearing? They look special. Hey, if I ask nicely to give me a pair, I guess we'll find out next time. Hildy, how you doing, Emo? You know what? I'll do all these quests as Red Mage. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? This isn't a sanctuary? What do you mean? Oh, there's no teleporter. I'll do all the quests as Bard. Why not? There you are. I've been doing some investigating on my own since we last parted. I believe we found our Lapis Maiden. The girl's name is Arabella, daughter of one of Master Guguremu, a prominent member of the East Aldern Trading Company. Her eyes and hair, most exceptional shade of blue. Her beauty is the talk of the Sultanate. Her purported beauty, I should say. You see, none have actually seen the girl in the flesh. Apparently her father is overprotective. Some say that the maiden has never set foot outside the family's well-guarded estate. But all this is about to change. Rumor has it that the girl is to be wed, and not just to anyone, mind you, to the heir of the Brugerge Consortium. The formal announcement is set to be made at a commemorative feast to be jointly hosted by the two family businesses. The venue is Costa del Sol, whose preparations are going on as we speak. Word on the street is that the bride-to-be will be making a rare public appearance. It is here that the cheat thief intends to strike. I couldn't be more certain of it. Piqued your interest, have I? My sources tell me that the bride's father is already in Costa del Sol, overseeing preparations. This is one scoop I'm not going to miss. You're welcome to come along. Read? That's what I'm doing. I know you skipped through this, Mad Dog, so you can watch it through and live vicariously through me, you know? You chosen a good time to do this again. Costa del Sol isn't laggy boat. Yeah, last time I was here, I crashed. That was the first time I crashed. So, I hope it doesn't happen again. We were halfway through giving Fortuno and Emeliance a boat ride, and the whole thing just came crashing down. You're not one of my associates. This banquet is for invited guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once. Imagine hosting a banquet on a day like this. Look at how overcast it is. Beautiful. Beg pardon, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter of the Mithril Eye. If I may have a moment of... Ah, yes, that two-gill sensationalist rag. I read your tiresome screed about the self-styled Phantom Thief and his letters of challenge. If you've come to tell me my daughter's in danger, I can assure you your concern is entirely unwarranted. I have not kept my Arabella safe to this day to see her whisked away by some fly-by-night rogue. I've spared no expense in securing the best protection that money can buy. These are just your average old dudes. The Brass Blades of Gerbera, an elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say one of them once caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him askance? Askance? The moment they set their eyes on the would-be thief would be his last. If the thief is obliging enough to allow himself to be seen, or do those goggles serve some purpose other than making the wearer look utterly ridiculous? Consulting Inspector Briarden, your reputation precedes you, and what, pray tell, would you propose? I've promised some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter will be attending the festivities to Regine. I don't think that's right. On the word would have my dire implications in the family trade. Renige? Doesn't sound right either. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences, and it will cost you not a whit of your precious gil. These dudes are not focused on the conversation. Staring off in the sunlight. The reason they're wearing goggles is they're baked out of their minds, so you can't see their eyes. You know what I mean? I know their tricks. That's why they're all smileys. Very well, let us see if your reputation is deserved, but consider yourself warned. Greater fortunes than you will ever know hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. Such touching concern for his coin purse. If only he could muster the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector, after he slipped under our noses the last time, what would make you so confident that you can catch our thief around this time? Our man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has a single modus operandi, and it is painfully obvious. A letter of challenge, a precious treasure whisked away by its rightful owner in the broad light of day. This tells me our thief is an attention seeker with supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with the treaty blade. Even now, this fiend is in our midst, having assumed the identity of someone who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast. I've already narrowed the field. Arabella's betrothed, Venice, would be an obvious target for our thief. So too would his father, Morgant. Yalto Nalto and his wife, Sainana. The guests of honor will give a toast to the couple's happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage where the bride-to-be is set to appear. Needless to say, we cannot rule out Gugurimu himself, for finally we have Lewinhart, steward of Gugurimu's estate and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. All the key players, save for the Lapis Maiden herself, have assembled in Costa del Sol. Doubtless the Phantom Thief lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of attack. We will begin our questioning the subjects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you are to report back to me at once. Hildibrand Manderville. I could smell the stench of idiocy and incompetence from a mile away. The pleasure is all mine, contriving Inspector Briarden, and forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of preliminary undercover investigative work. Yet to see through my ingenious disguise with such ease. Yes, I dare say your powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have arrived to defend the maiden's honor, as only a Manderville man can. Ooh, we got new colors? I mean, he's trying to fit in, obviously. He does realize there's still a fish on his head, doesn't he? Good, Inspector, I realize we have not seen eye to monocle in the past, but a fair maiden's virtue, perhaps her very life, is at stake. From one gentleman to another, let us put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in this case. Me assist you? Aren't you a funny man? Oh, it makes no matter, that my plan is so flawless that not even your bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. In the meantime, I'll have a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking much, please do not try to do anything stupid in my absence. I will speak with you, but not here. I'll be waiting for you outside Costa del Sol. Come quickly, for we're not to have the luxury of time. Oh my goodness, the lizards are, what's it called? The lizards are gassing each other up. You see this? You see what I'm seeing? This is why we need more hearers, because like where are my fellow hearers gassing up the hearers? You know, I'm not like upset at it. I'm just saying like we need more of them. I need soldiers on the front lines here. Hearer propaganda is at an all-time low. You've come excellent, but that buffoon suitably distracted. We can get to more important matters. Before we begin to proceed, what might I call you? An unremarkable name, but it will suffice. Now answer me this. Murney is a remarkable name. How many Murneys do you know, Briarden? If that's even your real name. You were the one the Phantom Thief struck in the guise of Lady Durilla, stole off with the treaty blade. Was there anything about our foe's disguise that struck out to you as particularly noteworthy? That is for me to know. Yeah, that's private information, pal. Identical appearance. Mannerisms are easy to copy, but appearance is like pretty tough. The obvious answer, and yet all too many. A certain self-styled gentleman comes to mind. Could not recognize a clue if it hit him upside the face. Your observation is astute. Thorough investigation of the mask left behind us at the scene revealed a tiny prism sewn into the fabric. It is this stone that allows him to change appearances at will. Clearly, our man is no ordinary thief. Magic's far outside the grasp of common folk at his disposal. This in of itself gives us the insight into his identity and his ways. Yet, this is not what caught my eye. No, from movements to mannerisms to that utterly obnoxious personality, the thief did not merely look like Lady Durilla. He was her. Such a feat could not be accomplished by magical trickery alone. We are dealing with a clever and thorough criminal. Not content to rely on his ample powers of disguise, he studies his targets as closely as he can before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely, that not even their closest friends or family could detect that aught is amiss. All the players arrived at Costa del Sol 3 days ago when preparations for the banquet began. This would afford a thief more than enough time to study his would-be target. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of a phantom, Ernie. If you were the thief, whose identity would you assume first? I need, like, the decision time music, you know? Like, I don't like this, like, festive Costa del Sol music. I need something with, like, probably, like, a metronome sound. Like, a loud metronome. Because this is like, my Phoenix Wright era, right? The thief's assumed identity. Perhaps it would be a brass blade, because having two of one of the main guests of honor would be a little strange, wouldn't it, my dear friend? Precisely. Clearly, you are far less useless than that bumbling inspector whose company you keep. Strong in number, few of words, able to come and go as they please. A fearsome reputation to scare away any who would draw close enough to realize something was amiss. An ideal entry to Costa del Sol for our man. Deducing as much, I've made a point to question the brass blades in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned there was one man who had not been seen at his favorite alehouse for the past 3 days. Our thief has not made a habit of wanton murder. Doubtless this poor man is lying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to general security duties, each of the brass blades has been assigned to serve as bodyguard as one of the more guests. If a man can tell us his assigned charge, like as not, his answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Our thief would have not the time to carry the unconscious man far. I will canvass the area immediately. You begin your search on the outskirts of Costa del Sol. I think I have that, right? I was thinking about making pulling the cosplay out, but I ended up just going with a ARR class. Look, I'm the inspector here. I'm not a part of the entourage. I'm a private PI. I'm a PI. Close enough. Okay. Boring race, lazy. What are you saying? What are you saying to me? How could you say that in front of my stream audience? That's rude. Here's twice as tall as Lalafel's, half the personality. Look at that crap, Jesus. That's a big boy. Cancer. Quiet, ARR music, quiet. Hello, boss. How you doing? Jeopardy? No, not the Jeopardy. I mean, Jeopardy music could work, but I was thinking of something with a little more tension. A little more like serious tension, not like game show tension, you know? My computer crashed. I just want to say that I didn't skip ARR or Heavensward Hildibrand, only Stormblood and up. Okay. Wait, your computer's crashing too? I think you got my computer crashing virus. It's spreading through the airwaves of the stream. Close the stream remove before your new computer breaks too. Excellent. You are one of the less competent assistants I've worked with. Thank the gods, please free me from these chains before the snippers eat me alive. What are you up to? We're doing Hildibrand for the first time since like Heavensward. Look, it's me from ARR. Now then, tell me all you can remember about what happened to you. And try to be brief. We just arrived in Costa del Sol, had a briefing of sorts. Master Gugurumu gave us orders who we'd be looking after and the like. Had a mind to tour the area, get me bearings. Next thing I knew, I felt a thwack on the back of me head. When I came to, here I was, stripped to my skivvies. Much to the chagrin of those who have to look at you. Now, you say you received orders from Master Gugurimu. Who is to be your charge? My memory's hazy, but... One was Morgant, father of the groom. The other was a Lalafelian gent from Limsa. Yalto Nalto. Now, try your best to remember. Were there any other guests with whom you were ordered to interact? Come to think of it, yes. There were also the steward, Lewinhart. I was to review with him the schedule of events, discuss the protection of key supplies, that sort of thing. Morgant, Yalto Nalto, Lewinhart. Thank you. For an incompetent fool, your testimony has proved astonishingly enlightening. Yalto Nalto, Lewinhart. I shall see this man back to the city and to the possession of some new clothes, of which I will return to Costa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go ahead of me, for the love of gods. Make sure that imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence. It's time for me to skip those quests so I can catch up to you? Wait, you haven't done these before? That crab is huge. Like, are you okay? It looks like someone had to unsync. Okay, we're good. Temperatures look good. Just checking my GPU that's not degrading as we speak. That sounds not annoying at all. Ah, there you are, my friend. Not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigations in earnest. Please tell me, did the Inspector and Briardian Avenue of Inquiry bear fruit? Morgrant, Yalto Nalto, and Stuart Lewinhart, you say? This does not surprise me. Yes, I considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. With the Lapis Maid in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildibrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the Inspector returns. Fear not, friend. The Inspector shall be none the wiser. Ha-ha! If he hadn't hoped to nab the fiend for himself, he should have simplified the task for me so. Ah, but there is just one of our subjects standing suspiciously under the canopy over there. Just wait, my friend. Or just you wait, fiend. I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you to the rogue that you are. I think I'm still in the ARR part of those quests. So far, they bored me. It's what's it called? Comedy. It's a campy comedy. Surely you can find a little humor in that. Look, a fellow person going through the Hildibrand quests, I think. Plus, there's trials. I know trials excite you, Volcra. We did one trial today. You actually missed out on it, and it was actually pretty good. It was a fun fight. It was obviously ARR difficulty, so I didn't expect much, but it was fun. I watched Mad Dog almost get pecked to death by a chicken. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The mere slip of his tongue could put our case, nay, our very lives, in danger. But have no fear, Miss Ellie. Ready your quill that we may record every word as I employ my time-honored art of parley, handed down from the mandible men of the ages past to reveal our foe. Chicken? Was it green? Yes, the green chicken. From the trial, from the first trial. How it pecks you when you turn into a toad. Mad Dog didn't know that, so Mad Dog just stood there and ate 3 whole pecks, almost bringing him to his end, honestly. I can think of a few topics that interest my readers less than your blatherings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would you? Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital! This is why you are my favorite assistant, Nashu. Now behold as I ensnare our prey with a web of words leading to his inevitable demise. Good evening, Master Gugurimu. Fine evening it must be. For you of most of all, allow me to offer my most heartfelt congratulations to you, the betrothal of the enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella is my daughter, you... Just in the 7 hells, who are you, anyway? Guards, seize this man! Mods, seize this man. I can say that now that Volker's here. Aha! Now your chocobos, Gugurimu. I recognize the lad. This is Hildibrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Came to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the phantom thief, have ya? I reckon we owe the man our gratitude. Aye, Vance? The Phantom Thief. Balderdash and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty indeed to have such rumors told about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all. This is the most boyish man I've ever seen. I didn't even know the Final Fantasy engine was capable of this. He exudes in a natural, unusual degree of confidence from an effete, fashion-challenged youth. Most suspicious. Don't say it behind his thing. He's a damn sight easier on the eyes than you. Ah, that's me, Vans. Ever calm in the face of danger. Truly his father's son. A worthy heir to the Brewgrain Consortium. A worthy match of my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families. Or families, I should say. Oh ho ho ho. Which reminds me, Master Vance. Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you with a golden clasp you sent some months ago. It has not left her neck since the day. Oh, that little trinket. 'Twas nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasure in the realm will be hers once we are wed. The time-honored Manorville art of parley. We'd be sleeping with the fishes now had Morgan not spoke up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interactions between us three struck me as particularly unnatural. Ah, ha, ha, let's not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Oops, I was supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting Yalto, Nalto, and Luinhart, who have aroused suspicions from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. How come none of you are like Nashu? How come, like, all of you hate me and, like... Where's, like, my strongest scribe and supporter, right? I think we could all use a Nashu in our lives, you know? Switch 2 cannot handle hunt trains. Shake my head, Velcro. These were the only quests I didn't skip through. They're better than Stormblood and Dawn Trail combined. That's crazy, Emo. That's crazy. What about the attachment to the long-term characters, Emo? You don't want to know what happens to... You don't want to know why Ishtola died in Dawn Trail for the 6th time? Come on. You don't want to see Zero pull her hat down? You're not seeing your faces around here with the East Alternate Trading Company, are you? Why, yes, sir, very much with them. Some might even say we are the East Alternate Trading Company. Oh, pleasure to meet ye. Do tell, is this Lapis maiden as lovely as they say? Cyana's here, has been no slouch herself. But like me's getting me on in me years, no offense to me, dear. Beware me manners. Yolto Nalto of the Brewgrage Consortium, and this is me wife, Sainana. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. Aye, I dare say this wedding and the joining together of the family business couldn't be happening a better time. What with all manner of fell beast and beastmen taking aim at our wares. Why, just the other day, a shipment of imported foodstuff was waylaid by the Mandragoras. Nasty buggers, a lot of them. If I were 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself. Make a salad out of... Wait. You have heard of the Mandragoras, haven't ye? Oh, but of course. I've spent a year honing my body and mind with the fists of Ralgar. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantra whatsits a day. And your food stores were occasionally raided by a ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as Mandragoras, yes? Would it kill you to read the Mithril Eye and educate yourself from time to time? Dang, cold-shouldered him. That's me? Remove, are you my scribe? Dead in a ditch. Your mom's your Nashu butt? What is that supposed to mean, Mad Dog? I'm your mom's Nashu, Mad Dog. That one I kind of get. A fearsome lot they are. Rumor has it that they'll not rest until every fruit or vegetables harvested for consumption has been freed from captivity. Why, they struck at the larder here just a few days ago. Our supplies were decimated. Wait, is this like... Are these eco-terrorists? Are the Mandragoras eco-terrorists? They're like, down with Down with, what's it called, farming. Illicit vegetable farming has gone too far. Fear not, milady. I was able to arrange for emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce, which has arrived safely some time ago. Settle down, Sitana. Forgive me, wife. She's always saying how meat is bad for a figure, and with that, I'd best go prepare a speech. Carry on, lads. Criminy! None of these three suspects were suspicious in the least, but we must not give up hope, lest he of many faces have the last laugh. Where there's a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly, or the Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector. The sign of a quick mind, I'm sure. Now, where was I? Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. The Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. But there's no time for that. We'll be standing our ground. Inspector Briarden will be back any moment now, and he's not the type to suffer excuses. Why so, Miss Ellie? Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuffs of which Master Lewinhart spoke. Should we find contradiction in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Briarden will be back before long. Come, Nashu. There's no time to delay. It's been 15 minutes since I joined the stream, and I'm still waiting to laugh. Have you ever thought? Here's a little thought experiment. Have you ever thought that maybe like you don't have to laugh, you can just find it amusing? You know, like you don't have to. You ever think like why I don't like bawl my eyes out? Does that mean like I'm not emotional? Does that mean like when people die, I don't feel it on the inside just because I'm not crying? No. I do, right? I enjoy the amusement. I don't have to be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? I think we all know a Hildibrand in real life, like someone who's just over the top and silly. Like you don't have to laugh at him, but like you're kind of intrigued by what he's doing, right? You're always watching him because it's like, what's he gonna do this time? It's amusing. Crates of assorted foodstuffs, and veritable host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears that our man Lewinhart spoke true. Egads! Are those explosives I spy concealed among those coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear we found our phantom thief after all. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down, you see, and these coconuts were looking awful lonely. Nashu, far from it be cast down on your choice of hobbies, but what in the 12 would you possess to bring your creations to an investigation? Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time that I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, but in this event I fear somewhat misdirected. Now, set the driftwood down over there and concentrate on taking your notes like the astute assistant that you are. I just realized that Nashu's kind of got the kicks on. What is that? I say we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Briarden is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon this scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Now, let us dispose of these things before an errant ember sends us all to fiery demise. Confounding Inspector Briarden, explode, fiery demise. Got it. Are you sure about that? Uh-oh. Don't look now, but someone's returned at the absolute worst possible time. Go, Nashu. Distract. You two are supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspects and keeping out of trouble. Yes, the inspector will have a fit if he sees you here. But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Briarden come upon these explosives, the consequences will be even more dire. Meridian Wild Sea to the inspector keeps a wide berth of this beach. You two just get out of here and be quick about it. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu, we shall return your creations. Once Inspector Briarden has been led safely from the scene, investigation calls us and we must heed its cry. I must go eat dinner now. 07. Thank you, Lynx. Thank you for joining us on the one trial. Unfortunately, we didn't do it mine, but I don't think we had to. The fight was very simple. So Hildibrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me almost something resembling impressed. Ah ha 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 ha! Indeed. But enough about Hildibrand. Murney and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and an excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Ah, yes, that spot over there by the crate should suffice. There of all places, but perhaps we can find something more scenic. The man just wants a melon, Ellie. He just wants one of the melons. What can you say? I am not here on vacation. I'm here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have our conversation over her. That junk-littered beach should afford us some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector. Privacy indeed. Bloody hell, Murney. Don't worry. I'll figure something out. We'll leave him clear of the bombs. Briarden reminds me of Tazilu. Identify and discuss what you mean by that. I can't. My cue prop. Oops. Is it just me or is it a bit of a chill in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm. Hi, for one. Welcome a respite from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. If you insist, Inspector. Through the questioning of the brass blades attacked by our quarry, I have identified 3 individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Morgant, Yalto Nalto, and Loonheart. The 3 of us shall split up, with each keeping watch over. Are you 2 even listening? Of course we are, beg pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps I were right. Perhaps you were right. I too feel a chill wind blowing in. Mayhaps we should continue our conversation elsewhere. But there is no need. Wait here, and I shall build us a fire. Aha! Methinks the Inspector has taken leave of his senses. The chances of locating suitable kindling on these barren shores is infinitesimal. Okay, back to work. Enjoy Hildy instead of doing island stuff. The island stuff is so, like, 2 weeks ago. Come on, Volkra. You should know that. Here we are. This piece of driftwood should serve perfectly. And fortune would have it, I just happen to have a flintstone on my person. There is no cause for alarm. 'Tis not the blood that courses through the Inspector's veins, but ice. I cannot fathom a series of events that would lead to such a calm and composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch. That's actually such a chaotic good alignment. I love it. Is she I guess. Remarkable insight, Inspector. I must record these words for posterity. Whee! It's flying. Didn't seem too bothered about it. What do have we here? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Yeah, there's no heat fall for that, though, right? Could this be another challenge from the Fiend? There's no way their handwriting's the same. Come on, Inspector. Be smart. Surely you jest, Inspector. It looks nothing like his usual cards. Doubtless it's just the idle raving of some madman. Perhaps so, but we must exercise due caution. There are 2 more pages. Oh my god, I love your videos. Thank you, Bella Pawsborn. We're doing some Hildibrand. Give up hope, he of many faces will laugh last. It is not the Lapis Maiden alone that shall come to harm. It is more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. But what is this talk of another victim? The final pages holds the answer, no doubt. Maybe he's trying a new style? Oh, you're the writing? I don't know about that. The final page. It does remind this quest does remind me though, like, you know, I posted that short not too long ago about like I was just poking fun of like MSQ cutscenes and how quiet they are. I truly believe the MSQ budget can afford, right? The Square Enix budget can afford like a soft slapping noise when you do the little thing in the MSQ, you know? Let me do it. Do this one right now. Hear this? Square? You hear that sound? Put it in there. Don't even credit me. Keep my mad ravings in there though. The final page. Confounding Inspector Briarden will meet a fiery demise. Oh. Murney, catch it! They're gonna be duds. You're supposed to tackle, not push. Now you're in trouble. He's so short. He's so short. No. Oh my goodness, he actually made it. Yeah, shout out to the Warrior Light for not even trying. Just letting it happen. There it is! There's no sound! How are you not gonna put a sound in the Hildibrand? Make like a squeaky noise. Like a beep. Oh yeah, they could do a sneeze noise, but okay. It's a dud. He's fine. Oh, it wasn't a dud. T-Mander's blasting off again. It was just him. They would both have to go if it was Team Mander. You saw through the fiend's ruse, but how? Let's just call it reporter intuition. Are you hurt? A ringing in my ears, but otherwise no worse than the wear. You have my gratitude. Hildibrand Manderville, were you able to learn aught of the fiend who made this ignoble attempt on my life? I exhausted every effort, Inspector, yet I fear our query proves ever elusive. Excellent, I may have died of shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance lest the others come to harm. Vigilance, yes, vigilance. The order of the day. What in the name of the gods? Thal's teeth! I've never heard that. That's a new one. Those vegetables cost a fortune, and they're ruined. And An agent of inquiry, more like an agent of injury and incompetence. You are to replace the supplies that you destroyed before the banquet begins, or I will see your entire lot of you rot in jail. I'm shipping the two. After completing Hildibrand's questlines all the way up to Endwalker, I now know why he makes that face. Wait, like the real reason? Like the lore reason? Or the reason that I keep hearing? Don't tell me. If you spoil, I will post your username to be publicly shamed for all eternity. Because the one I always hear is that Hildibrand is like the testing grounds where they're like, yo, you know how MSQ does this? We should try that. Like, we should go, like, just buck wild on, like, all the animations and stuff. Because, like, you know, no one's going to see it anyway, you know? What was that terrible explosion coming from the beach? Is everyone safe? Fear not, the fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Master Gugurimu bids that the damaged ingredients be replaced with all speed. Good gods, this is no thief, this is a madman! As for replacing the ingredients, I fear that I would prove a difficult task. Those crates contained imported vegetables of considerable rarity, you see. Vegetables that are in particularly short supply these days, what with the mandragoras at large. Even if I were to place the order immediately, it would likely take days to arrive. The mandragoras, I've heard of that fell band. Tell me, what matter of vegetables did they steal? The rarest was an import from the Far East. I don't recall the name, but it very closely resembled the Eorzean dragon pepper, save for its color, which was a deep purple. Methinks you dost worry too much, Master Lumenhart. Our course of action is clear. We only need storm the den of these overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. I would advise against that, Inspector. They're no ordinary mandragoras, but rather a bloodthirsty band of killers given succulent flesh. Even the brass blades of Gerbera proved unable to resist them. Oh, what a formidable foe indeed. We're the only a brave soul in our midst with a want for taking fearsome enemies with not a shred of concern for our own well-being. Your eyes, friends, they speak to me. They say, yes, I shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purloined goods back to their rightful owners. You are truly a godsend, adventurer. One Sundimal of the Yellow Jackets has been charged with defending the roads from the Mandragoras. If anyone should have knowledge of their current whereabouts, it will be him. Without those ingredients, perhaps Master Gugurimu is like to cook me instead. Please, friend, you're my only hope. Gem will never let a lady face danger alone. Let us away to Limsa together. Hey, what is that line if you're a dude? This is a branching dialogue tech I've never seen before. It isn't really spoilers, it's more of observation-wise discovery. Oh, the chicken's here. Oh, that's your chicken. Why is your chicken so far away? You tricked me. Back to Limsa Luminsa. Oh, Luxarian on the... Thank you for joining the Discord, Luxarian. Now you can enjoy our awful musings about healer takes and why Final Fantasy XIV is... What were we even talking about? Happy to be here. Yeah, there's a lot of things in there. Some spicy hot takes, some people taking shots at each other. A lot of glam if you're a glam fan. Ah, if you come for the Mandragoras, I fear you're a half bell too late, as we all were. Blast it all. To hear the poor merchant tell it, no sooner had he turned to his cargo hold and check on a shipment of vegetables than it did an onion turn on him, screeching to bloody murder. Fled his own vessel in sheer terror, he did. By the time he came to his senses, it had set sail without him. The merchant left for Aleport, hoping to recoup his losses. If he've a mind to go after the culprits, he might lend an ear to the sad tale. Ah, 'tis the thrill of chase, is it not invigorating, my friend? The ferry docked by the Fisher's Bottom will carry us to Aleport. Let us swiftly be on our way. Look at everybody. Oh, Booty Warrior's here. Oh, all of the classic friends are here. Well, actually, doesn't Booty Warrior have a friend? Who's the other one who usually here with Booty Warrior? And it's not Evil Twink. Don't think that's Evil Twink. That he's new. Murney Delu? No. Health Inspector. That's the other one. Thank you, Emo. Yeah, where's Health Inspector? I feel like we're down soldiers today. The Famfrit regulars are not in proper attendance. He mostly tests his body to make it where it doesn't hurt, combining his freakishly normal genes with his mother and his father. He's basically a true defense, a tank defense. That sounds like a crackpot theory, but I'll accept it until I see it, so. Did you pray to the statue today? If you're talking about Moonlight Blackshade, she's not there right now. She's been missing for a few days. I'm worried about her. I miss all my Famfrit friends that I never talk to, but I see from a distance, you know, when I walk by Ul'dah and such. They're my favorites. Eek, don't sneak up on me like that. I thought you were a feral turnip, murderous eggplant, or something like that. You think I jest, do you? You'd be singing a different tune if a shot of tomato juice almost took your eye out as it did me eye. By the time I'd regained me wits, they'd already set sail on me ship and me livelihood. I'm ruined, ruined! If I ever see another bleeding onion to the end of me days, it'll be too soon. Oh, I fight these guys in treasure dungeons all the time. To hear most say it, the Mandragores are a nasty lot, pain in me arse to the farmers and provisioners over the realm. But let me tell you, friend, it ain't the rest of it. Freeing their fellow frauds and from our larders and tables is but the beginning. The bulbous blackguards have a far grander scheme. Revolution! Madness, ye say. Take a ferry to the island of Umbra and see with your own eyes a veritable vegetable kingdom where eggplants and turnips will rule with an iron fist. This Messelband fell with a dim expression. I swear I could have seen his face somewhere before. Bugger me if it isn't the undead warlord. What fancies himself a gentleman, Inspector? Which makes you... could it be? The adventurer that bested the thieving duelist in single combat? Are you the one who bested? Of course. Oh, bugger me and call me Inspector. Tell me, is it true that the duelist traveled with the demon bird whose crow could split the heavens? But that's neither here nor there. Look, I don't know about you, but I ain't so keen on keeping the notion of calling a bloody tomato your grace. That's exactly the fate we're in for if we don't nip this revolution in the bud. And I mean that literally. As we speak, the Mandragores are planting themselves a whole army of their own kind on the Isle of Umbra. You'd be doing a whole realm a favor if you could go up there and root them before the harvest comes. Many a case if I solve this day, but I've not managed wits with sentient plant life before. This should prove exhilarating to the island of Umbra. But I can just fly there. I don't have to take the boat. I'm going. I'm gone. Like the scenic route. Where's my music? Pluck the Mandragora buds. Boo, boo. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. No, music's... There should be music. Maybe it's tense because we're being followed. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. Well, they do speak PlayStation. Hold on, let me translate it for you guys. Let me translate for my fellow Xboxian speakers. So that's A X. Don't think that's an Xbox symbol or a PlayStation symbol. B A B X. It's not working, guys. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. Can I be honest? I think the Xbox button layout is so much more iconic than the PlayStation one. You don't have to add me. I'm just speaking truths here, you know? Like X, circle, square, triangle, really? That's what you're pushing? Friend, my pursuit of the Mandragoras has led me beneath the surface. Yes, they must be down here somewhere. Commence the Mandragoras, sure. What the heck is a fate? Join me, trackers. Oh my goodness, this is where they're from. This is just like, what's it called? This is just like my treasure maps. There's quite a number though. I don't know. Oh my, they're a little immune to my damages, but it's okay. We will kill them as often as we can. I'm not doing the cut, so I can't join? Oh. What do I just... You gotta bounce between them? That's what I'm trying. I'm doing it. Don't worry. If I drop the dot on them and I just let it go, it will do the work for me. At least I think. They're gone. Luckily, you don't have to kill them in order. Well, I think that would be cooler if it was like, you know, the little number system, like it was, like we did in the treasure maps. We're just gonna leave them here? Okay. You got anything, buddy? Impeccably fought, my friend. I will only wish I'd seen the battle with my own eyes. You may go ahead to Costa del Sol. I shall be as long as I extricate myself. Is Final Fantasy XIV have anything original? Like, I feel like every time I see anything, it's like, oh, the Crystal Tower is from this. Mandragoras are technically from 11. The Tarutaru? Yeah, I mean, all the fells aren't even real. You return. I feared you made up the tasty snack of a crazed head of cabbage. Yeah, yeah, there's original content. Let's go. Xenos? Xenos is a good one. Xenos kind of... Is that why they had to put him as the spoilers, I guess, but final guy for the Endwalker? They're like, this is our crowning achievement that we made for Final Fantasy 14. The stolen foodstuff, you saved my hide today, but I must see if those particular of the purple dragon peppers are intact. Master Gugurimu is particular about his seasonings. Oh, can I come too? I've never seen a purple dragon pepper before. That wild cabbage chase was a pleasant diversion, but it's time we return to the case now. There must be some clue that could yet elude us. Core, the peppers have changed colors. What's this? Peppers that possess the same powers of disguise as our many-faced foe. A gentleman must needs investigate. Striking shade of blue, quite far from the purple that Master Lewinhart described. Perhaps we were covering the wrong crate. Maybe he's just colorblind. Like, I could see this just being a strict colorblind problem. But look here, Inspector. This crate is clearly marked for Costa del Sol. How curious. Did I say purple? I meant purplish blue or bluish purple. The two colors are quite similar when you think about it. These peppers have a most distinctive hue. No man could reasonably mistake any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a very particular sort of eyewear at the time. What? Ha! The charade is up! After the man! It is as I suspected all along. The goggles have proved the key to cracking the case. With speed, Nashu! The fiend must be brought to justice. How do you get up there? Oh, I shot a short right here, the one where I talk about fall damage. Anyone remember that one? Or no, I think it was actually over here. My bad. Actually, I think it might have been a composite shot. I think it was half and half. I think the ledge was here, and I think the fall was here. So I lied to you. Through the magic of editing, I created a fake scenario. I thought it was a Gregonian location. The fall damage one? No, that was 100% right there, I think. You can run, but you can... Haha, if you thought you could outsprint this Manderville man, you were sorely mistaken. For pilfering a priceless blade, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crimes against the law-abiding citizens of Eorzea, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry and Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. Done in by a snipper, a fitting end for an ignoble thief. Let's see what lies behind the mask. Go on. Or is this the real one that was left in the ditch? Where am I? Who are you? Ha, playing the fool will avail you not. I suggest you come willingly. A gentleman is not to violence, but should you resist, I will disavow responsibility for any shattered skull or broken bones. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet Miss Arabella when... I too was struck on the back of the head. Miss Arabella, I must find her. Ugh, my head. It would seem that this, So it seemed that this man wears no mask. This is the true Lewenhart. I swear on me life, that is so. I was en route to the estate in Wineport when one of the brass blades on patrol approached me. We exchanged greetings, and in an instant he turned on me. I fought desperately to defend myself, even managing to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand. In the end, he proved too strong for me. Now that you mention it, the imposter was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him. There's still time before the banquet begins. Knowing our query, he has already doubtless assumed a new identity. And yet he could not foresee this turn of events. It is unlikely he had time to thoroughly research his new target. More importantly, we now know that the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We can simply return to Coast of the Soul and examine the hands of all present. Excuse me, sir. I need to look at your hands for wounds. An excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Lewenhart back to the estate, that we may ensure Miss Arabella's safety. But how? I killed them. I found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You seethe with anger at those that took what is yours. Oh no, eco-terrorists number 2. Then it would appear our goals are in accord. Make for Coast of the Soul and await my orders. When time is right, revenge will be yours. The game is afoot, inspectors. Why would he do that? Why would he traumatize the poor guys by showing him his face? Now, what mask shall I wear to the ball? Doesn't he have to, like... Isn't he in trouble, though? Because, like, doesn't he have to find someone that he, like, isn't going to be there already? Which means, like, he has to either kidnap another person and throw him to the wayside, or... I mean, that means it has to be Arabella, right? Like, he's gonna find Arabella on the way to the thing. Because she's not here yet, and then he's gonna do the thing, and then Hildibrand's gonna become smitten by her and like get one shot, and then we're gonna have the hijinks, right? I know how this is gonna go. That's why Mad Dog thinks I'm like Briardane, right? Because I just know these things. I'm wicked smart. What is that? Oh. It's because he's a damn nerd. He's not a nerd. Oh, Miss Arabella. What are you doing out here? You must return to the estate at once. Oh, Lewin, always the warrior. Your concern is touching, but I'm a woman grown. Besides, I just wanted to see the flowers. Lovely though these flowers may be, they are as unsightly weeds when measured against your beauty. I am Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Please call me Hildy. See, she wasn't what she's supposed to be. This is fake. She's fake. Seize her now. The pleasure is mine, my lord. Have I heard of your deeds? Tell me, are these rumors of the many-faced thief true? I fear they are, Miss Arabella, but still your gentle heart, for as long as Hildibrand is on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger on you. This I swear on the Manderville name. The gods smile on me indeed, to send such a strong and handsome gentleman as my champion. And yet, you see pensive, milady, is aught the matter. To tell this truth, this marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Vanis. Why, I've not even met him. He sent me this clasp as a betrothal gift, a treasure for my treasure. Wear it well, the message said. I don't care how beautiful it is. It may as well be a golden shackle. Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. Arranged marriage to a youth you've not yet met? Unconscionable. Father said this marriage must happen for the future of the family trade. Spoken like a true Uldan, but if I may be bold, my lady, would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood? Quite so. Father found me amongst the beggars on Pearl Lane when I was just a babe. He took me and raised me in as his own. He took Lewin in as well, though as a servant rather than a son. Would you tell me the Lalafell did not birth this? That's crazy. You may think my father a cold and miserly man, but to me he is a man who will give me warmth and hope where I had none. I will learn to love Vanis, if that will make father happy. You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You are a beautiful young woman with your whole life ahead of you. Surely you would not look so far as to find a gentleman with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days. If I have to spend another hour with you, I'm like to lose my wits. But anyway, we should return to Costa del Sol and see how the inspector's investigations fare. I as well must prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends. Is every step of Hildibrand the same, like, duration? Or do they get shorter in the expansion sets? Like, is Shadowbringer... Or you said Shadowbringer Hildibrand doesn't even exist, but is, like, Stormblood Hildibrand? Like, just as long as ARR Hildibrand? Or did they kind of scale it back after they got all the important face data information that they were harvesting from doing the cutscenes with Hildibrand? It's all long all the time. We've not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon return to Coastal Assault, I shall employ my time-tested Manderville art to parlay to cut through the fiend's facade. One more. Let me do another check of my graphics. Make sure everything's okay. Yep, we're good. 'Tis an art I would impart to you as well, friend. For there will be enough time for once our foes in shackles and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt I shall prove as invaluable in our adventures as in my investigations, or failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I digress. A gentleman must away to Coastal del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Nashuelim, with me. Food acquired. What food? Nachos? Oh, I haven't had nachos in a long time. Okay, here's a really tough question. What's everyone's like B tier restaurant appetizer order? You know, do we go with the nachos when you go to like a Chili's or like a Applebee's? Like what's the go-to? I know every restaurant these days, every like B-tier restaurant's doing like the, you know, bang bang shrimp sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of spicy shrimp. I've been cruising on some of those every time I go. When I go to Chili's, I gotta get the skillet croissant. Always you're a chicken winger? I'm not really into the chicken wing entrees, I won't lie. Or, sorry, appetizers. Queso? I knew I spelled it wrong. Well, you said croissant, you know? Like like that one meme. Inspector Briarden, I have seen to the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will arrive soon. How fares your investigation? I canvassed the grounds, but none of the guests are concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere. It's because it's her. It's her. Miss Arabella just left her estate, I hear. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly a match of our own. Teehee. There's no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage. But, Inspector, Vans and his family will not take kindly to his betrothed's absence. This is nothing of my concern. Besides, doubtless the inspector here will think of something. Me? What do you propose? You're the expert at creating diversions. Can't you just knock something over, blow something up, or like, you know, like you always do? Inspector Bryden, I knew the day would come when you recognized my many talents. Worry not about Master Vans. For yes, for the sake of the maiden, a gentleman will do what needs to be done. The poor sop lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now, to the task at hand. We must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Not far from the servants' quarters, there should be a change of clothes lying about. Perfect. Murney, find a suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. A cute courtesan. What are you doing here? As the lapis maiden arrived yet, I must simply look upon her beauty myself. Servant's guard, you say? I much prefer what you're wearing, but we certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go. Do with them as you will. Here you go, Arabella, if that's even your real name. Greetings, friends. Oh, what's this you have for me? Servant's garb? But why? Miss Arabella, with the thief still at large, the risk of you being seen is too great. Change into these clothes and promise that you will not leave my sight. But the ceremony, Father would be furious, and Lord Vans. We're dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I've entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You only need to concern yourself with your own safety. We should do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than this marriage or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it. Lewin, if father heard of the things you said... I should have said them long ago, but by not doing so, I put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one, but two skilled inspectors on the case, and that'll be long until the fiend is brought to justice. Very well, I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me here. My apologies for the delay. What shall I do with my banquet dress, Inspector? Murney, bring Mrs. Arabella's dress to that bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate how he intends to see to his task, but I imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now let us return to the before the festivities begin. Looking like a real ARR NPC nowadays, huh? Man, we really lived like that for a long time, eh? Like, just look at these people compared to, like, their Thavnarian counterparts in Endwalker. This is really all we could do back then. Ah, you return me. I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Vans at the ceremonies. Else might do. Take this dress. Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress. I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it, but worry not, I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Vans before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend. I assure you that Inspector Briarden and I have the situation entirely under control. Why, find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities. Their counterparts are elephants, some of which don't even wear clothes. No, the elephant counterpart would be like who? Probably this guy. Durstwitz. He's German. He's not from around here. One second. Curses, how am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Family, friends, business associates, 'tis an honor and pleasure to welcome one and all to the Coast of the Soul for today's feast. Co-hosted by the Brugenair Consortium and the East Alternate Trading Company. We trust you've been enjoying fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversation. Oh, the Lapis Maiden. If even half the tales of your true Van's the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yolto Nolto, Sainana, honored guests. It's a pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son Vans, future chair of the Bruger Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of Master Gugugerumus of the Eastern Alternate Trading Company. The couple would exchange their eternal vows here today, that the happiness that theirs is may usher a new era of prosperity, one and all. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing of for ages to come. Damn you, Hildibrand Manderville, you had one job. It's him, isn't it? She's beautiful. I'm worried for this reveal. For the rabble expecting otherwise, she is my bride after all. Oh no, that's a pretty strong looking arm, Miss Arabella. A lot of muscle on that arm. The lady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray give me your hand. My sun and stars, yes, yes, 1,000 times, yes, I am yours, and should be forevermore. What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? Not what I had intended, but I suppose it serves our purposes. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire, have assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies defenseless before me. The game is up, Vans, or should I call you by another name, the thief of many faces. Me, the thief? Are you mad? It appears that my masterful deductions have proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well, let me elucidate. While there's not a soul in the realm who's not heard of the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty, but there are but 2 men here in Coast of the Soul who have gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Gugurimu, and her steward, Lewenhart. As you have admitted on multiple occasions, Master Vans, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride to be today. Considering this in this light, would you not say your reaction upon my face was most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that it was not the fair maiden, none save you, ye of 1,000 faces? And anyone else with half a wit about them. At least we know he can run pretty fast. How dare you make a mockery of the wedding day? Guards, arrest that pervert at once. Lock him up in jail and throw away the key. Arabella, Oh, thank the gods you're safe. Come with me quickly. There's a dangerous madman about. A glove on his right hand? Could it be? Seize that man. Wait, he can't do that. That's not his move. He's not allowed to do that. That move's trademarked. Ah, the man is a fool, but it would be behooved of you to listen to him. Alas, you did not. And what is yours is now mine. That's the thief. Stop wasting your time with that imbecile and erase him. He's doing it again. You can't. It's copyrighted. How did he smuggle all these guys in here? They're like actually pretty big. You came all this way for me? You love me, you really do. Jesus. That was the prep for the Meteon jump scare in Endwalker. Getting all the ducks in a row for that type of stuff. The attention is most flattering, but I've taken what I came for, and now I must away, my lords, my ladies, till we meet again. I hear that the real Vans was found bound and gagged in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I am sorry. For what, milady? The bank was more exciting than I could have ever hoped for. Vans and his father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. But perhaps it's for the best. I would find my own way to make father happy by living my life as it would be. It is you, Inspector Hildibrand, who taught me this lesson. The dude, I couldn't even look. For the love of the gods, someone find him a change of clothes. But if there's one thing that still puzzles me, the thief's challenge that he would steal the lapis mane is virtue, yet in the end he only took her neck piece. Now that you mention it, Master Gugurimu told me about this clasp when it first arrived, engraved with the mark of the sun goddess. It is the most treasured piece from the Bruguer collection, known as Azima's Virtue. A maiden's virtue indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take care to read between the lines. No! His head's too squishy for this. They just killed his son. You need more skull, you know, for the impact. Over here, Inspector, it says, made you look. The fiend plays us for fools. Give me that at once. See, there was enough soft tissue in the back of his head to, you know, absorb the force. So. When we meet again, I shall come claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must be on ever guard. The fiend attempted murder once, and he still may very well do again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree one can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You sealed your fate when you called me out by name. Mark my words, next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it was the Phantom Thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, veritably, indubitably the Phantom Thief. Most certainly. Why does he look like that? Curtain call. Case of indecency. Who's up amused right now? I think I am. The parlay minigame is now... Okay, we gotta try that out. You unlock the parlay minigame. Entertain yourself as many a Manderville man before you opening of the toy chest in any inn room? What? Oh, that's like the toy box. To the victor goes the priceless treasures. Where the smile of a champion holds untold secrets. Oh, Gilgamesh is back. Are 8 legs better than 2? Can a Manderville man triumph over terrors and win the day? Coliseum Conundrum. I will say with that, I think we're not gonna start the next one today. Largely because it's probably not gonna be done by the end of today, and I want to do something a little more low energy for the rest of the stream. The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom. Be sure not to lose it. Wait. It's a real key and a figurative one at the same time? How's that even possible? Guess we'll find out next time. Alright, let's go to the toy chest. I'm gonna try this toy chest room. Considering several mini games. Alright, pull up the ranking toy chest minigames tier list, everybody. Surely someone's done this, but you've come here for my takes, right? Does anyone even do this content? Have any of you played the minigames in the toy chest? They're usually from events. Alright, here we go. Parlay. Wait, why did I get that now? I already had a game in here. Alright, let's do parlay. What the heck is this? Yeah, let's see. Let's start. Oh no, I'm timed. 8 gentlemen's attire, 2 godwork masterworks, salamander oil family trade, agent of inquiry, salamander gentlemen's attire, salamander oil. What's that? I have... What did he do? I looked away for 1 second. I don't think I'm figuring this out, guys. Double down, reverse the tiles, which orders to advance. To the board with new tiles. Salamander oil. What the heck just happened? He just wiped the board. Why can't I use my abilities either? Family trade. Guys, my point is going down. Alexandrite. I don't think I'm figuring it out, guys. We're going backwards. Manderville man. Trying to pick him. Fair, fair. I think I'm picking it up though. I think I'm starting to understand. Let me give it one more go. Bam. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've got it solved. The game is solved, guys. Grab that. I don't know why I don't have like these abilities, but I can, you know, I'll just win off of sheer force of will. Maybe I won't. Ow. We did it. How come I never got these things? I feel like I didn't have the full parlay experience. But I'll take a dub. Epic. Hello, how you doing, Rare Fox? If you came here for Hildibrand, we kind of just finished, but now we're playing mini games. Have you played these before, Rare Fox? Have you played Egg Hunter Riggy? High score of 0? What the heck is this? On mouse, use arrow keys and spacebar. All right, let's see what we got. Oh snap! Did you hear this song? It's like an 8-bit version of that event song they always play. The papaya song, I think is what it's colloquially known as. Kind of cool. Arrow keys and spacebar. What am I doing? Wait, no, it's WAS and spacebar. What the heck? These things they're mobbing me. Wait, they flicked it slow. This is... How do I get away from you? How do I get... Can I like... Oh, I tried to Mario jump him. How do I gain hops? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is impossible. Oh, it's like I'm doing a raid right now. What's going on? I have 3 points. This is... No, I lose all my points every time I touch anything? This is impossible. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like this is genuinely not doable. I must have missed something in the instructionals. He literally, that was the only one. I just had to survive one more. Game's impossible, guys. Rigged. Rigged against the house. That's a cool looking character. I won't even lie to you. Let me see. Let me check my vitals here. Everything looks good. No crash so far today. I know that's something we were trying to make sure that we wouldn't have happen. Did you get your mini Cacpot scratch off lotto tickets today? No, I haven't. Do you want me to go? I need 2 more yokai weapons. Farm with me. Maybe after stream. Probably not after stream. So, Mad Dog, what's your review of Hildibrand now that you sat through it with me? I know you skipped. No, wait, you said you did these ones, right? So that's not even true. You actually followed this storyline. Yo, these not looking good, lads. Not looking good. Unwinnable. You know what I think they should do to make this even more humiliating? They should show you the most points you could have gotten from your card, you know? Like, man already forgot what he was doing? No, I said I was going to do all the mini games, which I did. I did the 2 mini games. I said I wasn't going to start the next Hildibrand because I want to do them all in, like, you know, I don't want to start one because then I have to come back, you know, because I'm probably not going to stream for that much longer. So I was like, let's go do something weird. But I think what they should do to make this more humiliating is they should be like, oh, you pick this line, but you could have picked this line, which was 1 in 3 to get 10,000 MGP. You know what I mean? I think that'd be really funny. If this is an 8, we're golden. There was nothing good. See what I mean? Like, okay, that's probably the most I could. What? Oh my goodness, actually a ton. Never mind. I kind of got cooked. That's why we do Chloe books. What do Chloe books do in for gambling? I actually don't even know. That person's name is Debug Codetta. That's a really that's a silly name. You know, I'm half surprised, Emo, that with me finishing at 8 p.m., you didn't go ocean fishing. Ocean fishing. I feel like, you know, I know that finishing the Beast Trap quest changed you, but you're off your game. Ocean fishing. Yeah, Emo's our resident ocean fisher, you know? I am glad we didn't crash. I'll be honest. I'm glad that my computer seems to be recovering. I did do like 3 things to try to improve stability. So hopefully that means that next stream, because remember, as soon as we start Saturday, we're literally like right into a trial because we were right there when we stopped. So I wasn't watching the time. Not devoted enough to the bit, I won't lie to you. The point of today was to test. That's true. I will say... Race chocobos. No, I'm good. I will say I'm a little lost, you know? I don't know. Should we just call it for the day? Should I send you all home early? We can reconvene on Saturday. I don't want to do another Mandeville because that's going to take like at least like 40 to 60 minutes, and I just don't have that time. What do y'all think? Unless someone hits me with a compelling activity. What is the most compelling thing you could sell me right now? I could check my island sanctuary. I could do a leveling roulette. Is that really the most compelling thing you have? Who up leveling their roulette right now? Also, if you all haven't checked out the new TikTok slash short, I think you should. It's kind of gas, I won't lie. Just uploaded literally like 20 minutes before I started streaming. Play it for us? No, no. I want your metrics removed. I want you to click the video. Does it put Lalas in blenders? It does not, unfortunately. The new one does not put Lalas in blenders. That was a one-off time, unfortunately. Did you like that one, Mad Dog? I like that one a lot. What is Tataru cosplay? One quick front lines. All right, now you're just grasping for straws here, Mad Dog. When are they? I asked Mad Dog this, and I don't think he knew. But when are they adding that? I know they teased that the new Tifa outfits coming to MGP. That's why I'm farming MGP, because I need to be a day oneer. You know, I need to be there on the front lines, in line, at the midnight release. You know, and the last thing I want is for me to walk up to the counter and be like, "One Tifa outfit, please," and they're like, "That'll be 2 million MGP," and I'm like, where's my MGP? That's what we're worried about. It's gonna use special currency like the Fall Guys stuff? Oh, from like an event? Okay. I'm fine for that too, honestly. Okay, you know what? I think open every single application to stress test. You know what? I don't hate that idea. I don't hate that idea. How about we do what can we reasonably throw on here to stress test the stream from crashing, huh? Maybe throw in one of these. Are you gonna try Beastmaster in a couple weeks when it tries out? I might try it out just so I can be on the cutting edge for a little time, you know? I want to be among the elite for like 2 seconds. Like when I read the abilities and I'm like, that sounds like an opener, and I'm suddenly at like the top 10% of Beastmaster players, I'll feel good about myself for once, you know? That'll be the exciting moment. Are you here to farm your last 2 guys? Okay, but I do... Okay, you know what? I think we're done for the day, guys. A little bit of a shorter stream, but I finally got back on track. I'm still in ARR. We're back on track with Hildibrand. My computer did not explode. Honestly, a pretty good stream. Very successful, given it was only like an hour and a half. 2 hours and a half, sorry. But on Saturday, of course, that's when it really goes down, you know? We could do Alliance Raid. How do you guys feel about Alliance Raid on Sunday? Because we have to do the trial for 6.4, which is where we are, right? 6.4. And then what happens after that? We could do the Alliance Raid. You know? On Sunday. I believe. Alliance raids. Are you all down? Are you all interested? Can I get like a yay or nay, like good old-fashioned Congress voting? I don't mind it. Why not trial Saturday for MSQ Sunday? Which one are we doing? The Endwalker Alliance raid. I haven't done it yet. So we're gonna hang out. I'm voting for Coils. Well, you're gonna get vetoed by the big man. You know, the president of the thing is gonna shoot down your vote. So I wouldn't get too excited for Coils. I've been trying to do that one since forever. What do you mean, trying to do that one? Can't you just queue it? Oh wait, you're in Dynamis, right? There's probably like 3 people that have that unlocked, right? I understand. I understand your pain. No, I don't. I'm a fam fritter. We have people everywhere. I went to Aether and still got no keys. Well, sounds like you should be here on Sunday. You can finally try to get it done. So I think that'll be the plan. We'll do the Alliance raid this Sunday. Trial and a little bit of MSQ on Saturday. And we'll proceed from there. But with that, as always, I have to do like the Nashu thing, right? I have to look at the camera. We could do like a weird outro that breaks the fourth wall. Like, I'll see you guys next time on the Adventures of Tazzylu. What is the thing? What's the thing that the cats do? Like Ishtola and Nashu, their thinking thing is like this, and they kind of like roll their they kind of roll their hand into them. That's how they do it. Goodbye, Mad Dog. Have a good one, everyone. Outro smirk? I got you. How's that? Hand to cheek. Yeah, I know. Look, I'm not actually a cat. You can tell, so I'm just a LARPer. Someone told me I could get cat ears in Shadowbringers, like way back when. Where do you get those? I never got them. My fake, my LARPer cat ears haven't arrived in the mail yet. Chloe has cat ears? That's because Chloe's a cat. What'd you expect, idiot? Dumbo? Dingus? Come on. Okay, but seriously though, I'll see you all on Saturday. Hopefully no crash. Hopefully we make it through 6.4 and the trial. Crashing during the trial would be bad. Crashing during the alliance. Imagine it takes us like 10 minutes to queue for the alliance raid, and then we crash anyway. That would be truly disastrous. That would just be the worst possible outcome. But okay. Enough, what's it called? Enough sitting around. You will immediately explode. I'm betting on it. Well, I'm betting against you, buddy. All right. Everyone take care. I'm going to say this like the 3rd time. So this time I'm actually clicking end stream. Goodbye.